In this video, I'm going to walk through the Raspberry AI and Trasix integration from end to end. First, I'm going to start in the admin side in team settings and integrations. So here we're in team settings and then integrations, and I'm going to hit connect account. The admin only needs to enter the integration logistics once, and the whole team can use the same connection for exports. You're going to want to delete anything that autofills because it's going to be wrong. I'm going to fill in my client ID, my secret, my context, and my context key, and connect. Once that's connected, we're ready to move into the actual design workflow. You see, in my Trasix style, I'm starting from this 2D sketch. And now I'm back in Raspberry, where I'm going to go to Home, Presentation, and Sketch to Render. I'm going to upload that same sketch. And then I'm going to use Describe Image to get my prompt started. Here, I'm going to add in that this is a lavender nylon jacket and remove any mention of white color and hit generate. Okay, so I've sped through the generations. I've generated 4 options, and I'm going to export this one to my style in Trasix. Here, all I need is that style number. And I need the color code, which is P01. And I'm going to designate this as the first image and export to Trasix. And when I go back to my Trasix style, I'm going to reload it. And you'll see that the first image is now that photoreal bomber image. Okay, so now I'm going to take this image and generate multiple views in Raspberry. I've already saved this guy to my library using the 3 dots, and then I'm going to move into multi-view. Here, I'm going to choose product images, and then I'm going to go into my library, into my Trasix folder, and drag and drop this guy. And what I'm going to do is get a side view going. Okay, awesome. I'm going to export it right to Trasix. So that same code, P01. And I'm going to make this my design option shot. And then I'm going to generate a back view. So I'm going to go to the 3 dots, export that to that same Trasix style, color P01, and I'm going to make this another design option. So I'm looking for the same garment, just different camera angles. I export these into the same Trasix style slot, and I tag each view so anybody reviewing can quickly find what they need. Next, I'll create a lifestyle photography image in Concept. This is useful for concept reviews and presentations because it'll show the design on a model in context. I'll prompt for a woman wearing a similar bomber jacket in a city scene. And I've sped through so that we can see our options, and I love this one. So I'm going to take this guy and I'm going to export it to Trasix. So I'm going to get that same style code, that same color code, and this is going to be my lifestyle image. Or actually, let's make this my model shot, and then I'll export. So once these assets are all attached to the style, they all show up here in the document. And they show up wherever that style appears, including whiteboards. So now I've already uploaded my style NN60142-P01 to my whiteboard because I already had my sketch. However, I can also go into my whiteboard and hit Add Colorway, Apparel. I'm going to go to this nylon bomber jacket. And here I have my photo real view. And I'm going to resize that. Then I think I'm going to add another one. Then I'm going to go to image type, and I'm actually going to pull up my model image now. So let's put this to the side. We kind of know that's our North Star. We have our front now. And then I'm going to add in another colorway. And then I'm going to add in this colorway, and I'm going to change this one to one of the other options. So here I have my side view. And then I'll do the same thing. And get my back view. And I have all of that from a sketch. So I place the views together and I keep the lifestyle image nearby so a merchant or planner can review the full picture quickly. One last workflow I want to show is how you can take a lifestyle image and pull a product out of it. In this case, I ended up really liking the jeans that the model was wearing, so I'm going to isolate them and export them into a brand new style slot in Trasix. I'm going to move into off body. I'm going to pull this lifestyle image from my library. Here, I'm only going to focus on the jeans. The goal is to extract them cleanly so they can be treated like a standalone product asset. And here we have the result. I'm going to export these jeans into an empty style slot in Trasix. So in Trasix, I already have this empty slot called jeans. And on the whiteboard, I've already pulled up colorways for the jeans. Okay, so while I'm in Trasix, I'm going to click on that style here just so I can get that style number. And then I'm going to go into Raspberry, click on the three dots and export to Trasix. I'm going to export to that empty style slot. And not only is this going to upload into its document, it's also going to update onto the whiteboard. See, now we have our jeans. And I can do multi-view from this, or I can showcase it in all different kinds of ways. So to recap, we started with org-wide integration setup, created a photoreal bomber jacket in Sketch to render, generated multiple views, and then exported everything into a Trasix style. Then we added a lifestyle image, reviewed it on a whiteboard, and finished by isolating the jeans in off body and exporting them into a new style slot. So once your integration is set up between Raspberry and Trasix, this becomes a really fluid way to move from design to review.